Hello, hello, Jamaal Rashad coming to you today from Frederick, Maryland. Today we are with Luke Markey. Say hello.
Hello.
His company is called ShieldCo, and they make badass signs into metal signs. Signs into, logos into signs. There you go.
That's right.
So check them out. So, Valor's interview series, episode number 63. Why do I do what I do? Number one, because there's successful people who deserve to have their stories told. Number two, because there's people who need to hear successful stories so they can be inspired. And number three, to let you know you could go out there with a camera phone and a selfie stick and impact your community. So, just like always, no episodes over 10 minutes long, raw, uncut. Luke has been in Frederick his whole life. He is engaged, and today is the 3-year anniversary for his company. So I'm like crashing the party that they have going on. So, Luke.
Yes, sir.
Why do you do what you do?
I have a company here in Frederick so that I can create a great place that I would want to work and to work with interesting people and to create a product that I hope to be synonymous at some point with quality. So something that I can really stand behind, and if I ever make something for Valor, it's going to be the best, that no one else can compete with it. So I do it so that it's something that I can really feel passionate about.
So, but why do you do it through this vehicle of signs?
That's a good question, and it's something that we had a different business model in place to start, but it's a way for us to kind of express our creativity, and it's been such an interesting ride to create something that really wows people. So it wasn't something that I thought of when I was 13 years old that I wanted to create signs, but it just turns out that we're able to make a really neat product using steel and aluminum, similar to the products that my dad made as a blacksmith. So it feels like the right thing for us to do. It's kind of in the same vein as my dad's business.
Perfect. So what has been the proudest moment of your career thus far?
So the proudest moment continues to change a little bit, and I think that's a great thing because it means we're growing. This summer, the proudest moment at the time was when Pepsi contacted us for signage. Yep, big thumbs up. I was really pumped when we got a contact with PepsiCo.com, afterwards, and since they've contacted us, we've done a handful of signs, and I feel like we're on our third date right now, and things are going well, so maybe we'll make it a real relationship. But then the proudest moment that would just overcome with our proudest moment this past week, when a sign that we made for a friend of mine who works with DJ Premier was given to DJ Premier, and he gave us a shout out on Instagram, and it got 9,000 likes, which shocked me. It didn't have much to do with our sign as with DJ Premier, obviously, but he said some really nice things about the product and was really impressed by it and liked it. And then a few hours later, we got an email from Exhibit to do signs for his company called Brass Knuckles, which was really cool that so quickly you get somebody who says, this is cool, and someone across the country says, it's cool, I want something too. So that's the proudest moment so far.
And I'll make sure I put that link to that sign that he's talking about in the comment section, so click below. So what has been the lowest moment of your career?
So we started this company 3 years ago, and for the first 2 years, we didn't really have the right business model, and we were fumbling through it. So I was working at another company, a Polish company that sold Polish manufactured goods here in Frederick, and they sold them all around the country. And September 28th, 2015, the boss kind of realized, he already knew I had a company, but he realized that I was spending a little bit more time on ShieldCo, and so he fired me. And that night, we got a torrential downpour, and my shop flooded, so where we're standing right now was in 18 inches of water.
Oh, nice.
And then at the same time, because of the same rainstorm, the YMCA, which is right here, also got flooded. So in like 48 hours, I lost my job. I lost the place that I work out, and I was cleaning up a huge mess and lost some product here. So that was the lowest point. But then that forced me to kind of jump back into ShieldCo. We changed the business model, and it's been growing really strongly ever since.
Okay, cool. So we're about halfway through, so I'm gonna need you to keep your answers a little bit shorter.
Sure.
How do you create team culture where people are not killing each other because you have 5 employees?
Yeah, so I spend a lot of time with the people before we hire them, and during the interview process, I always ask people to come in and work directly with us, and then I get everybody's feedback. And I always ask the question of, like, what would you do? And try to get everybody's buy-in.
Okay. So where do you see your company a year from now on your 4th year anniversary?
So I hope to have sales of $350,000, which we need to be about $750,000 to be a really strong business, I feel like.
Okay.
We're halfway there right now, and I want to be hiring another salesperson.
Perfect. So do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get your day started successfully?
I need to do a little bit better of a job of this, but I always start off with coffee that my fiance makes for me.
Okay.
And then I do it more kind of like by the day. So Monday and Tuesday I go to the gym. Wednesday morning go to Rotary. Then Thursday I just work in the mornings. And Friday at the gym.
Okay. So are you reading? What book are you currently reading, or audio do you listen to?
The books I'm reading, I read a lot. Right now it's Confessions of an Economic Hitman.
Okay.
And then
keep saying the
sorry.
frame. Okay.
Yeah, Confessions of an Economic Hitman.
Uh-huh.
And the book that I read most before that was a biography of Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, nice. So daily habits, something you do every day that if you don't do it, your day doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, I pray.
Okay, good.
I don't think of myself as a particularly religious person, but I am spiritual, and I've recognized the difference when I'm able to just kind of offload some things.
Sure.
Helps me, give peace. That I pray that I'll be able to work as hard as I can.
All right. So right now you're the old age of 29 years old. So what advice would you give to your 25-year-old self?
My 25-year-old self, I'd say, get involved in your community.
All right.
And give back, and you'll meet great people and mentors.
All right, perfect. Speaking of mentors, I'll jump ahead. Who has been some of your mentors in this process?
So my dad has been a huge influence for me. He's been a sole proprietor for 40 years and was able to, support a family. And then my brother as well. He's been probably my biggest mentor. He's one of the smartest people that I know, and we butt heads like two brothers do.
Right.
But we've gotten to a really good point where I know he wants to help, and if he's giving information, it's for the best. It's for the best. Okay. So it's good for me to listen.
So what has been your most costly mistake?
Well, I think I made it right as you walked in today.
Okay.
But I'm buying a pallet stacker to be able to offload material. As our projects are getting bigger, we need more equipment, and we're strapped with cash. So I'm trying to make the right decision, and we're buying something that has a little bit of water damage, and I hope that it works out. It should work out fine though.
All right, good. So, do you collect anything for fun?
No, but I am I always am on the lookout for good deals. So I have a patio in my backyard that I built with free brick that I'm on Craigslist finding free things and able to pick up cheaply.
So how do you remain humble, because your business is booming, you got 5 employees, and you're not even 30 years old? So how do you keep your feet on the ground while your head can still be in the clouds?
Oh my gosh, I know that it could all change in an instant. And that there's always somebody else out there vying for your position. And my brother is more optimistic about the company than I am, because I'm in it. And so I'm kind of pessimistic. I'm inwardly optimistic. Inwardly, I feel like we're gonna be, huge successes, but outwardly, I feel like, we got to be very cautious. So just kind of ingrained in me just to be a little negative that things aren't as good as they seem.
All right. So lastly, how can people get a hold of you?
Our website is easy to use, very functional, www.shieldcoart.com, ShieldCoart.com. And you can contact me at 301-514-4368. Or find us on Facebook or Instagram at ShieldCo.
And other than Facebook and Instagram, do you have anything else? Any other social medias working?
We have LinkedIn, but it's not well.
Okay,
well managed.
Neither is mine. I check mine like once a week. So, last question: crazy goals, scuba diving, skydiving, Mount Everest.
I would love to visit every continent. I guess that's a pretty common one. I would love to take a 2-month-long cross-country trip with my fiance.
Perfect. So, ValorLives Interview Series, episode number 63. Go out there, show some valor.
Yes, sir.
No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Talk to you next week. Bye.
Thank you.